So every disease is a part of the curse, but it says we've been redeemed. In other words, the price has been paid to set you free from disease. It's paid. Your record is clear. I have to believe that. I have to confess that. I have to stand for that. Faith is when you find out what God did and you say, well, I'll have that. I'll have that. That's mine. A lot of diseases are mentioned. A lot of poverty is mentioned. Being overtaken by the enemy is mentioned. It would summarize in spiritual death, poverty, and disease is a part of the curse. But it says we've been redeemed. In other words, the price is paid to set you free. You don't have to be poor. You don't have to be sick. Now, don't be intimidated. I've been sick myself because it's here. I don't know if you've noticed, but sickness is in the world. But the price for my deliverance and my freedom has been paid. Exodus says, the Lord is my physician. And he came and paid so you could be free. And when I have to go to the doctor, I remind myself, Lord, I'm going with you. You're my physician. You're first place in my life. You're going to tell me if what he tells me is the right thing for me. I'm led of the Spirit, because Christians walk in the Spirit, are led of the Spirit, and live in the Spirit. It's the Spirit on the inside that guides me to make the right decision. Well, Christ has redeemed me from the curse. All of it. My favorite disease in the list of Deuteronomy is mildew. I love that. We don't know what that is. Some scholars may have figured that out, but I haven't tried to figure it out. I said, what happened to her? She mildewed. It doesn't sound like a way to go, does it? My son's on vacation. He sent me a picture of a footstool that has two metal handles on the side. He said, what are those for? I said, those are for old people. You know, so if you're mildewing, you have something to help you rise to your feet. I don't technically know you're for. My committee that I asked that question to suggested it was for dragging it across the room, and that could be. I don't know, but do you want a mildew? Or none of those other diseases? Do you want any of those? Do you know whatever comes up on your chart's been paid for? See, that's what you're depending on your insurance for, to pay the bill. But you have to find out, are they going to pay it? And when I look at the Bible, I find out, oh yes, Jesus redeemed me, my bill is paid. Now look back at Luke 1. Are you still in Luke 1? He's visited a purpose. He had a purpose he's going to redeem, and raised up the horn of salvation. A horn is the strength of an animal. I saw two deer, they may have been antelope, I don't know what they were. They had tall antlers, and they'd gotten interlocked, fighting with one another, and they couldn't get free. And the man was there to help them, but they were kind of afraid of human nature, and they were fighting with the rescue team. Don't fight with the gospel. Receive it. Believe it. And it says he's raised up. The horn is the strength of the animal. So the horn of salvation is the strength of heaven that sent the Son to rescue you and deliver you in the house of servant David. Now look, here's the purpose, verse 72, because we talked about mercy for 2 or 3 weeks. To perform the mercy promised. The plan of salvation was a product of the mercy of God. Now last week we went over in the Gospels the healings of Jesus, where he said he had compassion on them. Compassion is to have mercy. Mercy is to have compassion. It's in essence the same thing. Pity is also a word that we use differently, but the Gospel uses it in the line of compassion and mercy. That we should be saved from our enemies. Verse 71, to perform the mercy. In his mercy, he wanted you to be saved from your enemy. And sickness and disease is an enemy. What did you think? It was a friend, did you? I had the best flu. 3 days, didn't have to get out of bed. It was wonderful. Didn't have to go to work. Wow, that was great. Gave it to all my children. They didn't have to go to school. How exciting that was. Oh, that was wonderful. See, we laud sickness and disease as coming from God, and it does not. And we laud it as a benefit, and it is not. So how'd you get it? Who cares? Let me tell you how to get rid of it. It's how you get rid of it. We don't care how it came. Here's how it goes. Christ has redeemed us. The price is paid. The price is paid. The price is paid, and you are free.